It's almost 7:30 here on the East Coast. I know Russell is in the Central Time Zone in Texas.
Yeah, a little bit earlier here, so 6:25. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Okay.
just after dinner time.
Yeah, I actually just ate some half-price sushi at Publix on Wednesdays. So
I remember living in Florida. We'd go there. It was pretty cool. It's a good place.
Yeah. Half-price sushi on Wednesday night. Can't beat it.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay. Folks in here, about half a dozen so far. We're about 5 minutes early. So how's everybody doing? Can everybody hear and see both Russell and I? You could give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear us and see my screen. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Alexandru. All right. So
yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about it. This is going to be fantastic. I'm really excited about this project that you've been working on for the last few years, and you finally got it to fruition. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
3 years from concept to, fleshing it out, and then, putting it together. And boy, I'll tell you, it's sometimes these projects, they're stillborn, they don't ever get off the ground because of tech hurdles and, deadlines being missed by people, programmers, I'll tell you, man, they're hard to deal with sometimes. Not that they're bad people, but so I've learned a little bit of programming myself in the process, not like an actual coder, but just working with programmers to get everything done is over the last few years has been very, very much a learning experience for me. So I'm super excited, Russ, that we have this, because I don't know anything else like it on the market right now that gives traders an edge by giving them really actionable ideas from upgrades and downgrades, because there's obviously tons of upgrades and downgrades every day, price target changes, but I think people look at it and think like, oh, okay, that's nice. Or, maybe they think like, okay, the stock moved today because an analyst upgraded it. But I mean, I think people are missing a big opportunity, because I don't think a lot of traders really see how to really, quantify that data into something actionable. And that's exactly what we've done with TradeTheGrade.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. So I looked into like trading that style, looking at analyst upgrades and downgrades and things. And without something like TradeTheGrade, I really couldn't figure out like what to really do. Like, does it really move stuff? Does it not move stuff? And so I'm really excited to learn more about it too. And, you gave me access to it this week, and I've been playing around with it, and I've been so impressed so far. So I'm really excited to hear it from you, like in this presentation, and just like talk to you more about it, because it's something that I think a lot of people should be looking at more, but they're really not. Like, a lot of people don't pay much attention to analysts for the same reasons that you developed TradeTheGrade for, right? Like, it's kind of the whole point is like you saw a potential need for this type of program and platform. So I'm pretty excited about it too. So it should be good.
Thanks, Russ. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's about finding something that gives you some sort of an edge. Like, there's no holy grail out there, but something that gives you an edge over just sort of drawing lines on charts and, trying to figure out, the news on your own, because in any trade you're in, you basically got a coin flip, right? So it's all about getting it better than a coin flip, getting the data on your side. And the great thing with this is it's using all automations and all the different things we've built into the back end, but it's also using AI. So I think you played around with that a little bit, Russ. You've got the AI Anna list. AI Anna. See what we did there? Yeah. So AI Anna list. AI Anna, she'll be, I'll have her generate some trade ideas, and I forgot, but I actually had her generate some ideas over the last week of 10 days, And so I looked at it today and I was like, wow, the results, you know, I thought they would be good, but like not the win ratio that I saw. It was like, I don't know. You'll see it in a minute. But anyways, it was really, really impressive, especially since the market in the last 7 to 10 days has been pretty brutal, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, cool. So, all right. Well, it's 7:30 here Eastern time and 6:30 where Russell is in Texas. I'm in Florida. So again, guys, welcome. And Russell was so kind to, you know, share this with you guys. And so Russell and I have been friends now, I don't know, a few years. And so basically we're both traders and we both serve traders like you guys. So I know Russell has done a great job of sort of aggregating some strategies and making those you know, available to you guys through his own company, as well as he's done an excellent job. And really, how Russell made his name is by doing honest reviews of trading alert services. And you know, he found a big void there where there really just wasn't anybody going out there, even if there wasn't an affiliate program for it. If Russell wasn't going to get paid for it, he'll still do a review on that, which most people are not willing to do. So he provides value to you guys that way as well. And so, you know, I had him, long story short, I had him look at this, and, you know, obviously, you know, he didn't have to do a webinar. So I wanted to make sure it would pass the crucible of Russell's, analysis. And if he said no, I wouldn't have been offended. I understand he's got strict criteria that he looks for before he'll approve something to talk about it with you guys. So anyways, here we are. So, Russell, I guess I'll go ahead and get started unless you're wanting to say anything.
This sounds good. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get started. I'm excited to hear, and talk to you a bit more about your presentation. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome, guys. Well, I just want to say welcome and thanks for hopping on. I can see everybody kind of filtering in here one by one. And so let's go ahead and get started then. We are recording, just double checking that. I'd hate to get through this whole thing and not record it because so many people want to watch the recordings after these webinars are over. So guys, this is exciting. This is basically, you guys have a chance to become a founding member of TradeTheGrade. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself here, so let me slow down. But I'm super excited for those of you on this webinar to be potentially one of the first members of this service, of this platform. Okay, so let me ask you guys, I'm curious. Let's do a quick poll before I get started. So I actually have a poll made. So let's see if I can find it. It's going to ask you if you've ever tried to place a trade based off of a analyst upgrade, and I can't seem to find it. So that would be a problem. All right. Well, maybe I'll find that here in a little bit. But I had a poll set up for you guys to be able to vote and let me know if any of you ever placed a trade after you saw an analyst upgrade or downgrade. Well, anyways, you guys can kind of just let me know in the chat then, I guess, if you would. But with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. So basically, guys, if you do try to trade off of an analyst upgrade or downgrade, you might look at them and think like, okay, it's not really something I trade off of, or maybe you tried it before and it didn't work. So what we're going to do is remove the guesswork from it. So you might see something like, a upgrade on Apple from Goldman Sachs. So you think like, well, Goldman Sachs is obviously a huge bank, and they carry a lot of weight with their analyst actions, right? But you really don't know. You're really just basing it off of Goldman's reputation that the stock might lift after the market opens based on that fact. But there's a lot of other variables at play that you don't know unless you really crunch data. And for us humans, we can crunch data, we can build Excel spreadsheets, but really, do you want to do that? You have to ask yourself, do you want to do that every day on this? Do you want to crunch?
I definitely don't. No, I definitely don't.
You definitely don't, right? So, all right. So, Golby, you don't know. Basically, the point is you just don't know whether or not that analyst action is going to be worth taking a trade on or not. It's a coin flip. There's over 1,000 analyst actions every week, guys, roundabout. So today there was, I checked today, I think there was around 200. So, and we'll take a look at that. I'll show you the platform here in a minute, but there's tons of them. You don't know which ones to act on, which ones to ignore. There's no way. So you're just guessing. If you were to try to, same thing with news. If you look at news headlines, you know, I used to trade penny stocks a lot, and you try to, you know, guess which news is going to be the actual type of move that moves the penny stock, right? So you guys we have to get to a point where we're not guessing, especially now that we have AI on our side. So we want to get away from gambling, and we want to get to where we're trading smartly. Okay. So what we have to realize, guys, and if you guys want to screenshot this, I think this will be helpful for you. So if you only take one thing off this webinar, you say like, well, you know, Matt, you know, I just wanted to come on here to learn something about trading analyst actions. That's fine. I totally appreciate that. You want to take a screenshot of this right now. Okay. So what you have is you have a 5-tier system that changes everything. So I've been researching analyst actions for the last 3 years plus. So I knew there was something to it as far as if we could categorize and organize things and do it in such a way where we build databases and we able to extract useful information and ideas from that data. And now we finally done it, of course, or else you wouldn't be here on this webinar. But basically, all the ratings that you see on this slide here mean something different. So there's T1 through 5. So T5 is strong buy, strong buy, or top pick. So you might see all of those listed in an upgrade. So a strong buy is a tier 5 rating from an analyst. Okay, tier 4 is slightly less bullish, and that's when you might see a rating such as overweight, outperform, or accumulate. And then T3 neutral is hold, neutral, or equal weight. And then T2 moderate, sell, underweight, below average, or weak. And then T1 sell, strong sell, underperform. Those are pretty self-explanatory. But what I want to bring your attention with this scale in mind is not to study all these individual terminology, but to get you to understand one thing. If I leave you with one thing from this webinar, even if you don't sign up for Trade the Grade, I want you to understand one thing that I think you'll be able to find winning trades from, even if you don't sign up, okay? And that's double moves. So that's double upgrades or double downgrades. So you may have read an article about this over the years, or, you know, or watch a video. Somebody mentioned an analyst, maybe watch CNBC. I don't know. I watch it sometimes. And they'll say, well, an analyst did a double upgrade on Amazon today. It's very rare. You know, so they'll be talking about it in the media sometimes because it's very significant. So it's basically like an analyst staking his or her reputation on the line in order to, you know, because they have a high level of conviction in a stock and it going up, or if it's a double downgrade, to go down. So basically, Russell, what I'm saying is, you know, from like T3, so T3, a double upgrade would be to T5. So one of these ratings right here to one of these right here. Okay. Same thing. Yeah. Same thing to the downside. Like, so if an analyst has something rated as a overweight and they change it to an underweight, well, they just downgraded it 2 tiers. So that's a huge downgrade.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody got any questions on that? Let me know. You can put it in chat. So moving on. So you guys want to pay attention to double moves. So you have to ask yourself, how can I know every day, and preferably pre-market, when there is a double move that might lead to, you know, maybe an all-day runner or an all-day fader, or, you know, if you're a swing trader, something that you can hold, get long, get short, maybe for a few days, maybe a couple weeks. So with double moves, guys, you have 2 to 3x on average higher returns, either long or short, than you do on single upgrades. Okay, overall, right? 70% directional accuracy on a double move, and an 80 plus average TTG score. So you might say, what the heck is a TTG score, Matt? Well, a TTG score is Trade the Grade score. So that's proprietary to us. I'll explain what it means here before we're done. We have a lot of ground to cover, guys, so we'll get there, I promise. So let me give you some examples of double moves. So rating changes of 2+ tiers equals explosive returns. So you can look at the charts here. These are 2 longs and 2 shorts. So you guys see where those purple blinking dots are? That indicates where the analyst action took place. So you can see there's a pronounced move both to the up and downside on all 4 of these charts basically immediately after the double move, either the double upgrade or double downgrade. So a couple of the stocks on this page, on this slide right now, are biotechs, the longs. Of course, RGTI is a quantum computing stock, got pretty popular over the last year and a half.
Hold on just a second. So Terry just posted, we don't see your screen. I see your screen on my end. Can anybody else comment whether they see Matt's screen or not? Or is it just Terry? So, yeah, let's see if people can see the screen okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping me.
Thomas can see it, so he can, and I can. So I'm wondering if it's a problem with Terry.
Okay. Are you on your phone, Terry? Because it might not work on mobile.
Because Tommy also says we see it, so people are still seeing everything. I just want to check.
All good. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that, Terry. I'll look into that after we're done. See if there was something that went wrong there. I apologize if you guys can't see. So maybe just refresh the page. But so with that being said, guys, like I said, 4 examples of double moves. If you would have put $5,000 in each trade, not doing options, but just doing shares, either long or short, on each one, you would have made a decent chunk of change. So a total of about $7,500 if you traded each one and held them for about 7 days. Okay. Now here's another one. Here's another slide. Similar results. So you see the double moves are very much an indication that you need to consider a trade. So now it doesn't always go in that direction and keep going beyond 1, 2, 3, 7 days. But sometimes, like this Coors one right here, ended up reversing. But the point is, it gives you a tradable opportunity, right? And that's what we're all looking for as traders, is an opportunity where we know basically why we're doing what we're doing instead of just rolling the dice, right?
Yeah. And Thomas is asking, how often do double moves happen? And so my experience so far from checking this out every day is every day there's several opportunities, right, Matt? Like it's like
yes. Yes. So yeah, absolutely. So there is some every day. Usually about around 10 to 15 per day. Yeah, about 10 to 15 double moves per day. So, and that's all. I'm going to show you that in a second, how you guys can see that inside the TradeTheGrade platform. It's right there, boom, right when you log in, like you can't miss it. So
yeah, that's amazing. I'm excited because you showed me a way that you can filter out even the highest conviction ones. So you can even go like, you can screen them, like you can get more that are slightly less conviction, but then you can get like fewer that are really high conviction based on the analyst reputation and things like that. So I think you're going to go into that though, so I don't want to get you off your
oh no, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it is exciting because you can filter it through, because sometimes even 10 or 12 ideas is like, okay, well, I mean, can I maybe filter it down to 2 or 3? And so what you'll do is you'll use the analyst importance tool to then narrow it down to the most important action. So I'll show you that in a minute here, guys. So I just want to sort of give you guys an overview, continue to give you an overview of what I do, what TradeTheGrade will do for you. So double moves are definitely where it's at for sure. And then what we also have inside of TradeTheGrade is a live backtesting engine. So basically with this, you're going to be able to look at all of the recent analyst actions, up to 30 days worth of analyst actions, and the corresponding moves in those stocks. And you're going to be able to sort them as to which ones had the biggest moves, which ones had the biggest overall peak, the best longs, the best shorts. I mean, there's about 10 different ways you can sort them. So what I'm trying to do with that is give you guys a nice selection of results that's going to give you the big picture. So, and I'm going to show you what I mean here in just a second on the hot sheet. Okay. So now the other thing too, on the same page, when you log in the platform, you're going to see double upgrades, double downgrades, but you're also going to see the live actions. So the money to be made there is in the morning. Okay. So you're going to get in, you're going to see what's happening pre-market. You want to get in there at 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock Eastern. And then that way you'll kind of get an idea of all the important analyst actions that have occurred, because most of them happen pre-market or overnight. So while the market's closed. And so basically I'll show you that in a minute too. So it doesn't have to be a double move. There's a lot of just single upgrades and downgrades that do move stocks. And I'll show you more about that here in a second. So now between the double moves and the hot sheet, basically the back testing tool, and just the regular single upgrades and downgrades and price target changes, you've got a lot of data to crunch still. So TradeTheGrade does an excellent job of dwindling it down. But if you want to then even, like, let's say you don't want to, you can't spend a lot of time that morning. Maybe you love trading, you love the markets like me. I actually love looking at this stuff. I'm kind of like a junkie like that. I like to look at the upgrades and downgrades and back test them and stuff like that. But let's just say you want to go in and have the AI do it for you. Have the AI, I call it AI Anna, so AI Analyst. So Anna with one N. So a little play on words there for you guys. But so AI Anna is your AI research assistant. She's going to give you ideas whenever you want them. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So basically what she's going to do, she's going to give you a confidence score based on a lot of different factors that so you guys know when you go to ChatGPT and you say, hey, find me the best pecan pie recipe, this side of the Mississippi, whatever, it's going to think about it for about 5 seconds and then give you the answer. So same thing with Anna. She's going to have to think about what you tell her, what you ask for, and in about 5 seconds, she'll give you some great results. And I actually show you some that I forgot about them actually, because I've been so busy getting ready for this, but I'll show you how they've done since I generated them about 7 to 10 days ago. Okay. And so she scans over 1,000 actions daily and only services 5 to 10 high conviction plays. You can actually select how many you want her to pick for you actually. So the difference with AI Anna, guys, is over 1,000 analyst actions to review every day. Nobody has time for that. 3 hours of manual research, analysis, paralysis, and knowing which analysts are any good anyways. Like, I can think of maybe a handful on CNBC that seem like they move stocks sometimes, maybe like Dan Ives and Tom Lee, but those guys are always bullish. It's hard to know. It's hard to know because they're always bullish. So, but anyways, it's the actions themselves, even if it's sometimes a small adjustment, can lead to a big move in a stock. But the only way to know that is to spend so many hours researching and analyzing. It's just not worth your time. So let AI Anna do it. She'll give you 10 to 5 or 5 to 10 high conviction plays. Do the research literally in seconds, maybe 5 seconds at the most. A clear confidence score. And then the TTG score actually comes after the trade. That's like the back testing metric. And then the AI spots the patterns that you'd never see. Okay. So here's how she works. Scan through every analyst firm, every real-time action, every action from the last several days, filter them out, analyze them, and then deliver the top plays to you. So you guys could easily improve your win rate by up to 24%, save 3 hours a day, and catch over 90% more opportunities, high probability opportunities than you're doing on your own. So what I want to do right now, guys, before we get a little bit further on, because I do have a special Black Friday offer for you guys that Russell and I are putting together for you, is I want to actually show you the platform. Everybody good with that? Like, I want to actually show you what it looks like. Actually, I want to show you what it looks like inside if you were logged in, if you were to sign up with us tonight. Okay. So, and then go over here. All right. So here it is. So everyone see my dashboard. So this is the dashboard when you log in. So it's pretty streamlined, but at the same time, it is a lot. So here's the balance I wanted to strike with this, guys. I wanted it to be I wanted this to be enterprise level, an enterprise level platform where, like, if you're a hedge fund manager and you wanted something that could give you granular detail and that you could really, really spend a lot of time with to help you manage a lot of positions and analyze data. I wanted it to be that good. But then I also have, the home-based swing trader in mind, right? I have people that in mind that are busy professionals, and they just want to be able to look at the data and maybe find a few ideas every day, or maybe just a few ideas every week. So I wanted to be good enough for both, in both situations, right? So that's why it took 3 years to build this. So, and here we are. Okay, guys. So just a little side note there for you. But so basically, when you log in, you've got the double upgrades and downgrades right here. You guys see them? So obviously, the green are going to be the double upgrades. So you can see on this, like this BLSH, it says hold. So that's tier 3 to buy. So it upgraded from a tier 3. Remember, I showed you that slide, right? So from a 3 to a 5. Upgraded 2 levels. Same thing to the downside here on these double downgrades from a level 5 to a level 3. Okay, so that's where your double upgrades will be every morning. And then over here, this is important too. So biggest price target changes. Now, what you can see here is that this QS. So if I hover over it, it's QuantumScape Corporation Machinery Equipment, because a lot of these tickers, guys, you're not going to know what the heck they are, what the heck the company does. So I had them add a tooltip right here where you hover over and it tells you exactly what kind of business the company is in. So there's a lot of these different features in here that I think are going to be helpful to you initially and in the long run. But anyways, you can see they raised the price target by 98%. Okay, so that's huge. That's huge. So that could be something like 98% target raise is something to pay attention to. If you click this, it'll sort it and you'll get the biggest price drops, right? So that might give you some ideas for shorts. Okay. Now remember, you can have AI Anna do all this for you, but I want to show you guys all the bells and whistles as fast as I can. So now Russ mentioning the importance meter. This right here, that's what you're talking about, right, Russ?
Yeah, that's the thing I was playing with. It was really cool. Like it's really narrowed down, when it moved up. So yeah, I was quite impressed.
Okay. So thanks. So if you guys want, you can move it all the way to the left, and that's going to show you all the analyst actions for that day that have basically, regardless of their importance level. So these are it's going to show you the least important, according to the algorithm, analyst actions, those on a medium level of importance, and those on the highest level of importance. So the highest level of importance ones tends to be ones from firms that we all know of: Goldman Sachs, Raymond James, JP Morgan, et cetera, et cetera. The ones that are less on the importance scale are going to be from research shops that you may not have heard of, like maybe Cleveland Research or something, which is actually a very good analyst firm. But my point is that you can use that to dwindle down the amount of results that you need to look at or screen through every day if you choose to do it on your own. Okay.
Yeah.
So like right here, and if you scroll down, this is the whole list of analyst actions for the day. So it's paginated into 50 results per section, just to make the page not like super huge. But so there's 210 there. So if I change it and go only to the highest importance level only.
And this is based on like reputation of the analysts and things like that. Because a lot of people don't understand analysts, right? I don't understand. I'm not familiar with them. I don't know which one matters and which one doesn't. So this helps people to narrow it down, right? Like based on things like reputation from the analysts, track records, things like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know it's like, I love following analyst actions and making heads or tails of it though is just really kind of like a gut play, like for example, when Nvidia was making new highs last year, it was like, I mean, it was getting upgraded every day. Price targets, it really wasn't moving the stock, so it's like there's a sweet spot where an action is actually going to move a stock or a group of actions. So anyways, and that's what this platform's meant to do for you guys. So, but you see, like Russell, I moved it over all the way to the highest level of importance, and it went from, It went from 16 double moves to only 2 on DoorDash and I think that's Medtronic. So, and if you hover over too, guys, if you hover over the ticker, it's going to pull up a 30-day chart, like not a candlestick chart, but a line chart. And then right here, you see where it says percentage to the little target emoji right there. That basically tells you, that gives you a quick glimpse on how much upside there is for that stock to get to that analyst, that particular analyst's new target. So it does a lot for you without you having to do a lot of clicking around. Because I know, you know, when we're working, we have a bunch of tabs open and stuff, and that really hinders our productivity, I think. So the more you can do without clicking around and switching pages, I think is better for you as a trader. So that's what I try to do here with this platform. Real quick, before we go to the hot sheet, Russ, we had just added this. So I told you about this the other day, the sector, right? So like if you go by sector, healthcare has been the hot sector lately, right? So like yesterday I noticed the moves on the healthcare sector were pretty amazing. So there wasn't a double upgrade, but there was some really powerful price target moves that really sparked some stocks to move quite well. Yeah. So I put that over here in our Discord for Trade the Grade, and you can see it right right here. So I listed all these price target movers in healthcare, and mind you, the S&P was down up to 1% yesterday. So ONTA was up 3.1%, and this is from open to close, guys. This is not including the gap. So I don't think including gap data is helpful to us as traders, because let's face it, we don't want to, getting in a pre-market is really risky because it's so illiquid, right? So all the data that's on this platform is calculated from the market open, the next market open after the analyst action occurs, okay? So now Jazz, same thing. Jazz was up 3%. Jazz was up 6%. And then there was this one was the only one that was kind of a dud, but it really was flat from the open. So anyways, 4 out of 5 healthcare trades yesterday, if you just traded those because everything else was red and has been red for several days now in November, you would have made out like a bandit. So any questions on anything that I showed you here? I know I didn't cover the watch list and stuff like that, but anybody have any questions about like filtering things or?
Yeah, no. See, so I guess I have a few comments. I mean, I love the fact that you can filter by sector, so you can basically stack your edge, right? Like you find a hot sector that currently is hot, so that's good, right? You get into that. Yep. And then you only filter for the best potential analyst actions, so you've filtered down from that. And then you apply your own technicals to it as well. And then bang, yes. I mean, you've layered analysts' opinions and actions with your own technicals in a hot sector. I mean, it's hard not to go right with that, right? I mean, yeah. You're starting to really get some valuable potential trades.
Absolutely. And real quick, Russell, if you find a stock that really catches your eye as far as the upgrade, like if you're looking for, a quantum computing stock or a biotech stock, because I say, biotech is the next sector where AI is really going to make a difference, right? So people are starting to bid those stocks up. But anyways, if you find one of these stocks and like, even if you don't want to trade it and you just want to see what's going on with the company, like you could just go right here and click on the eyeball like that, and it's going to add it to your watch list right here. And then basically it's down here at the bottom. If I click on it, it's going to then load up a window that's going to show me all the analyst actions on this stock from the last 30 days.
Right. That's cool.
Some of them will have commentary, some of them won't. But, you're going to see that like 2 out of 3 actions on this stock have been bullish. This was a huge price target range, 53% price target range. And right here, it's going to list all the actions. So it's more than just a tool to get ideas from. It's really like I said, I tried to make it an enterprise grade platform for people that just want to casually come in here and get some ideas, but also people that want to really use it as a platform to track what's going on in their favorite stocks with analyst actions.
Yeah, and Terry's actually asking, when should we place our trades, pre-market or market open? So it's quite important, because this, to me, is both an idea platform, but also it is trade alerts essentially as well. So I guess these double upgrades come out, and then you get them in the morning. So Terry's wondering when the trades should be placed.
Yes. So ideally right at market open. So because what's going to happen is a lot of these institutions do trade off of analyst actions. So, they will, and there's research to prove this. This isn't me, saying that. I actually have it cited on several blog posts on my site, on the TradeTheGrade site, but they do actually trade, and in some cases with size right at the open. So meaning, what I mean by that is, if it's an upgrade and they really like it, they're going to basically have their algorithm buying shares on the open market, on the accumulating as much as they need it to, as quickly as and then that's what drives up price. Buying power on the ask is what drives up stocks, right? People used to call it slapping the ask, right? ASK. So anyways, that's sort of the story behind the story of why these actions, a lot of cases, will move stocks, because institutions will see these and then make a move right at market open. Because the institution, they'll trade pre-market, but really the best liquidity for them is after the market, just like it is for us. So that's why I recommend that, Terry, is you place your order right at the market open, just so you don't get a really bad fill in pre-market.
Yep. And these trades, they can work out in a day, or they can work out over a few days, right? It's kind of like the opportunities are both day, intraday, and also swing trades for these as well.
Yes, you can definitely do day trades. It just depends on your time horizon and your the target percentage you're looking to go for, right? But a lot of that execution, guys. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I'm going to do for those of you that sign up, I don't have a specific date yet, but I am going to do a 4-week mastermind on training, basically how to trade based off of the results that you get inside this platform. So I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I'm not even at that slide yet, but I want to go to the next part, guys. So let's keep moving on. So the analyst hot sheet. So this is basically a back testing engine. Hot sheet sounds better though. So I call it the hot sheet. So by default, it's going to be on the 7-day setting, but you can sort by 3-day results, 7-day, 14-day, or 30-day. So, and you can also export these via CSV. So if you're a spreadsheet guy or gal, hey, I got you covered. Okay. So you can export this stuff. Now it's preset to double moves, because that's kind of, you guys, if you've been paying attention since we started, I've been talking a lot about double moves with Russell and you guys. So the biggest moves on double moves over the last seven days are these stocks right here. So this one, CERO. So this stock basically has been down 33% since the analyst action. That's a penny stock, actually. That shouldn't be on there. But KRRO, so you guys can see that one here. Nice 13% move on this one. So this one, if you hover over, it'll tell you what it is. It's a pharma stock. So that's one of the exceptions, because most pharma stocks have actually been pretty bullish. But same thing here. This is another biotech. And then if I go right here to LGN, this is a long. So this one, 8.5% return in the last 7 days. And then, so again, you can sort them by the time frame, right? So CCOI, This was a short. This one is communication services. You can see a 30% return after the double downgrade. So when you hover over, like I said, I'm trying to prevent you guys from having to click around too many places to get the data you need. So this is where the analyst action, the double downgrade took place right here at 23.49. And you can see that the stock is now down to 16 bucks. So that's a huge return on that trade. And then if you just want to look at longs, let's say, Matt, I don't like shorting stuff. You just go down here and go to best longs. And then you'll see like NUVB. Okay, so this one was actually just yesterday, this upgrade. So you can see right here. And if you hover over, this is a pharma stock. So remember I was telling you guys pharma's healthcare has been hot. That's a perfect example. FBRX, another one, perfect example. HAE, 29%, another one, healthcare, surgical, and medical instruments. This one right here, PGEN, another pharmaceutical. So you guys see the trend. Now, when you see this in the back test, naturally, if you're a long trade, if you want to trade from the long side or call options, you're going to want to find, trade the stocks, the groups of stocks that have been moving well lately. And in this case, obviously it's healthcare. So, and then just to prove my point on how we gauge these returns, guys, I don't count gaps. Okay. We don't count gaps because gaps are not helpful for you because we're not trading pre-market. Okay. So I just want to go to TradingView real quick. So you guys see, this is the market open right here. So this is today. So that upgrade came out yesterday, after market close. So it's technically anything that comes out the day before after market close, we count as an analyst action for the next trading day. Okay. Because we want to give a full trading day for any analyst action to be able to judge how much it moved the stock potentially. Okay. So right here, open right at 4.99 and then closed today at 7.15. So that's tradable. If it would have gapped up here to 6.50 and then came down here and then went up here, that's tough to trade, right? But if we can get in at the open and get a defined move right in one direction like this, that's very much tradable for anyone that's getting into the market. You don't have to worry about whipsaws. So that's the kind of conviction type move that you want to be able to be a part of in order to make money based off of an analyst upgrade. So that one's definitely and it still has 67% higher to go to get to the analyst target. So it gives you an idea, right? So you want to be mindful of how much room there is to go, so to speak, on the price target raise to give you an idea of how far buyers might be willing to push that stock up that particular day or within a short time range after the analyst action. Okay, guys, so I don't want to spend too much time here on the hot sheet, but just to let you know, you can sort through all these different categories. So biggest peak, if you want to see the biggest peak in a stock after an analyst action, whether it was upgrade, single upgrade, double upgrade, price target raise, price target cut, initiation, whatever. Like right here, same thing, NUVB, this one was initiated. I don't know if that was the same analyst or not. But anyways, if you go to 30-day, you can see here there was a 120% move on COGT. So you can see right here, it was actually several days before the stock moved that the stock, it was several days before the stock moved that the analyst action was issued. So basically, it was just a maintain, but the stock did have a big move there. So you might say, well, how could you learn anything from that? Well, what you could do is put that analyst on watch. So Robert Burns, whenever he mentions something about a biotech stock, because again, if I hover over that tooltip, it's going to tell me it's a pharma stock. I can just add this analyst, Robert Burns, see right here, and I'll click confirm. And now I'm going to get an email alert every morning if on that analyst the next time he makes either an upgrade, downgrade, maintain, whatever, price target change. So that's how it becomes valuable to you, this information, because you're zeroing in on exactly who's moving stocks. Okay. So, and again, you can just cycle through the different time ranges and everything. So just a lot for you guys to be able to do with this. Again, I know it's a lot, but it's meant to be there for traders who do want to spend the time in there. You don't have to. So that's what I want to get to next is AI Anna. Okay. So now with AI Anna, all that stuff I just told you, if you didn't hear anything I said, or if I'm putting you to sleep, I think Russell's excited. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know if the rest of you are excited about all that stuff I just shared with you. But if not, then, or if, let's say you are excited, but you want to learn how to use the AI component of this platform, well, here you go. So this is AI Anna. So if you guys see here on my screen, over the last, like you can see, this was 8 days ago, this was 7 days ago, 6 days ago, 3 days ago. So I came in here and I just said, okay, Anna, give me some ideas. And she gave me, several, mostly bearish ideas, but a few bullish. And they're not all winners, but you can see from the ones that, and I haven't cherry picked any of these guys. These are just the ones I had her generate over the last week or so. And you can see out of all of them, I don't know how many this is, maybe like about a dozen, only 2 of them are red. And, and then that CRWV short right here is actually really, really nice, 16% gain. So it's not just random. She is actually doing all that work that I just explained to you for you. So it's amazing. I was telling my wife, I said, obviously, like using ChatGPT and Grok and everything for like text, like answering questions for you is powerful, helping your kid do their homework. But I was telling my wife, if that's all people really use AI for, they're really missing out. They're really missing out. So as AI becomes more ingrained in our daily routines, we're figuring out how to use it in more ways than just helping you with your kids' homework. So, or with your random question that you have, right, that you put in there. So what I'll do for you guys right now is I will go ahead and generate some ideas so you guys can see Anna generate some ideas in real time. So you guys tell me what time frame do you want me to use? Somebody let me know. Do you want me to have it generate a day trade? Well, I know a day trade is not technically 0 to 1 days. It's same day, but whatever. You guys get the point. It's a quick trade. So day trade, swing trade, or long term, which is, at least in trader terms.
We're getting conflicting people here. Phil's saying day trade. Thomas is saying swing trade. So maybe do one of both. I don't know.
Okay.
Swing.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So swing, day trade. So 2 swings and 1 day trade. Okay. So we'll go with swings. It is by virtue of free and fair elections here. All right. So we'll do. Do you guys want to do both bullish and bearish, or do you want me to do bullish or bearish only?
Terry's also saying day. Christopher saying both. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll do both. We'll do, and you can do 3, 5, or 10. So just for the sake of
Sean and Alexandra saying bullish, bull trade. So
okay.
Terry's also saying bull. Okay, nobody cares about the bears. Like good.
All right. Okay. So we'll just go bullish only. Let's do 3 ideas. Just well, no, we'll do 5. We'll do 5. Okay. So I'll click on this magical yellow button right here, and you can see it's glowing, and that lets you know that Anna is thinking about it right now and going through everything. And so here you go. Here's the 5 new recommendations, all bullish. The old ones are still there. I just have to click show all for them to show up. They didn't disappear, guys. Don't worry. But when you generate new recommendations, it's going to basically just show you those just for the sake of reducing clutter on the screen. So the 3 that it generated were Eli Lilly here, MDT, Medtronic, Rocket Labs. I believe that's Rocket Labs, isn't it? Yeah, guided missiles. Okay. Affirm. So that is consumer lending. MODG, which is, oh, okay, that's Top Golf. Okay, I've been there a few times with my kids. Pretty fun. So those are the selections that it gave us. So 2 out of 5 were pharma. So that shows you basically, you know, it ties into what I was saying, how pharma has been a sector that has been moving, right? That was and those are the 2 with the highest confidence scores too. So you see the LLY has the confidence score of 90%, and MDT is 85%. Now these down here, they are bullish recommendations, but the confidence score is lower. Okay. So, and that's what the AI does for you, not just the recommendations, but it's giving you the confidence score. Now, if you click on details, it's going to give you some insight as to why AI Anna came up with that selection in the first place. So if you're like me, you want to know why. So you click on it, details, and it'll say Eli Lilly received a significant price target from so-and-so analyst maintaining. And then so it gives you a little bit of color on the analyst. I don't know how you pronounce that last name, but has a strong recent momentum score, indicating her calls tend to perform well. The substantial price target increase in high importance rating suggests a strong bullish outlook for the stock. Okay. So there you have it, guys. That's now somebody wanted to do some day trades, right? So those are swing trades. So we'll just make it a little bit simpler here. We'll do 3. We'll do 3. Let's do bearish day trades. Okay. All right. So you guys ready for me to press the button here? All right, let's go. All right. There we go. It only did 2 for some reason, but there you have it, guys. 2 probably didn't have the confidence score on the other one, so it didn't show it. But BMBL. So this one is a Bumble. This is a data processing. Okay, I think I've heard that name of that. So Hog is Harley Davidson. So the confidence scores is not that high on these. So, you know, you might want to get to a point where it's like, you know, you only want to seriously consider the trade if the confidence score is, you know, over 80, maybe 85%. That's up to you, right? So now let's do one more. Let's go back to bullish, because let's face it, we're Americans, we're bullish, right? So let's do some long term, and we'll do 5 long term ideas. Okay. She's thinking. All right, so here we go. LLY again. So she likes Eli Lilly, that's for sure. Medtronic, Baidu. So a couple different ones down here. So it likes Baidu. So that's a new one that was not in the midterm swing level idea. So Baidu down here, and let's kind of look at Baidu. So despite one analyst maintaining an equal weight rating with a lower price target, another analyst from BofA Securities maintains a buy rating for Baidu and significantly raised their price target from 100 to 151, indicating a strong bullish outlook. So yeah, so a lot of times you guys will see an analyst will maintain a rating or even, you know, upgrade something, but only move the price target very marginally. So if an analyst moves a price target from $100 to 150, that's pretty notable. I think we'd all agree. That's a 51% increase. So that's basically how she works, guys. And then if you want to go back to seeing all the recommendations that that she's generated for you, you just click show all, and then here they are. So and then if you want to clear them, which I'm not going to do, but if you want to clear them, you can. And then another thing too, guys, is one more thing I want to show you before we get to the special Black Friday offer. Oh, by the way, too, guys, there's for now there's a limit on the AI generations. So because it is like something that is costly. So I just had it set to do 3 generations. So if you guys need, if you guys think it's too strict, let me know and I'll raise it. But just to make you really think about what you're generating, and so I want everybody to get the most out of it, but not overdo it, right? So if you guys see here, you've got all these listed right here. Now, another thing you can do is if you want to take a trade. So let's say I want to take a trade on Eli Lilly. You click the plus sign. So, and it pulls up a window with the price. You're long, and then you're either long stock or options. So let's say you want to go long the stock. You're going to do 100 shares. Then you put in the notes, I took this trade because of Anna. And then you click track trade. All right. So you see how that little check mark popped up right there? That's going to, that little check mark popped up right there. So that's basically telling you it's in your trade journal now, your trade journal. So to find your trade journal, you just go back to the main page right here. And there you go. There it is. And then when it's time to update it, so this acts as like a trade journal for you. Because let's face it, guys, you have a lot going on in your brokerage accounts. I know you're trading more than just Anna trades. I know you're trading Russell's services too. So let's be real. So this is a good way for you to keep organized and track your gains and losses on trades that you get from this platform, right? So then you just go click winner and you put the price in that you exited at. Any notes, click save, and then it's going to automatically calculate your P&L on the trade, like here on SRE that I did, 8.7% and $800 profit after a double upgrade from Goldman. And it's going to, at the top, it's going to do your overall tabulation of your results. So like I said, guys, I wanted to make this fun platform for traders where we can get some quick actionable ideas, but I also wanted it to make it a very much an enterprise level tool where there's more than just, a few features. Okay. So now with that said, Russ, I do want to get back to the slides up here. So remember, if you guys don't take anything from this, remember the double upgrades. Okay. So now if you say like, well, what's possible with this? Well, guys, like I said, I've been working on this for 3 years. I do a lot of trades, in many cases based off of upgrades and downgrades and price target changes. And so this is basically some of the returns I've been able to generate personally, not promising, future results for anybody, right? Obviously, but just to show you that it really does help in my own personal trading. I've been able to, do pretty well, right? And in a large part, it's due to what I'm sharing with you today, okay, or tonight. So let's just compare the with versus the without real quick. So again, reviewing over 1,000 actions by hand is a no-go. None of us are going to do that, nobody. Or with our platform, with TradeTheGrade, you get 5 to 10 pre-vetted opportunities every day. And if you don't even want to look at the double upgrades for yourself and do the thinking and look at the back testing and see what stocks are moving and sort them by sector and all that, just have Anna do it for you, right? So the 9:15 a.m. playbook. So basically with this, you've got basically a 20-minute pre-market ritual. So I think Terry was asking about how we organize our day. So you can do it any way you want, but my recommendation is you go in the morning between 9 a.m. and 9:15 a.m., see the actions that have come in for that morning, and then basically you take those actions, you do your research, you plan your trades, you execute your trades at the opening bell. You get ready, and then you actually execute your trade at the opening bell, right? You could do a market order, limit order, whatever, but you're doing it right at the opening bell within, a minute or two. And then you manage your trade accordingly. But basically how it goes, you scan the backtesting engine. So you would come in at 9:15, you come over here. Well, at first when you log in, you're going to see the actions for the morning. So you're probably going to be curious and check those out a little bit. But let's just say you didn't do any work the day before. You don't know what the heck is going on in the market. So you want to come in here and you want to see what's moving, right? So basically you want to come in and see, let's say you're not really comfortable shorting. So you just want to go and see what's been moving over the last 7 days the most. So you go best longs. You come in here, you see NUVB. Again, that's that biotech. You come in here, you see, another one, FBRX, another biotech. You come in here, you see another one, PGEN, another biotech, right? So then you come over here, you say, okay, I know what's been moving the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And then you come back over here and then you look, you can just select the healthcare sector. See that? If you leave it unselected, it'll be everything. Then you come right here, you select healthcare sector. If you want to focus on those upgrades and price target changes, boom, you've already got things weeded out that you don't want to look at, so to save time. Okay, so filter. So go through the backtesting engine, filter the live actions. With the sector, the healthcare sector selected, or whatever sector you're looking to trade. Then you could go over to Anna and see what Anna says. Say, hey, Anna, let's do a day trade for today, right? Bullish only, and see what she gives you. And don't just, don't treat Anna like the holy grail, guys, okay? But treat her as something that's going to give you some validate or give you pause as to what it is that you want to do. That's my recommendation. Obviously, you can come in here and just go straight to Anna, and that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. But best practices, to be honest with you, would be to go in here, look through things, think things through on your own. It won't take that long. You can all do it pre-market between 9 a.m. and market open. And then that way you'll have a better level of conviction as to what it is that you're going to do and what it is you're going to trade, whether it's a day trade or swing trade for 2 weeks. So that's pretty much the pre-market playbook. And then, of course, you execute and track at 9:30 a.m. You execute your entry, and then, however you want to manage your exit after that is up to you. Okay, guys. So go ahead, Russ.
JB is asking, so you can do pre-market, and technically you can do pre-market, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you certainly can get in pre-market, and in some cases it might be better because you're going to be able to sort of get in before, if there's an institution coming in and they're going to really attack things after the market open, you can sort of get in before them. But it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. So I just wanted to structure things to a point where people don't feel like they need to do pre-market trading, because you do have to use depending on what broker you're using, you have to do a special kind of order. You have to select that you want to do pre-market hours. So
yeah, and you can't do options either. So it's kind of
you can't do options either. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, thanks, Russ. So basically that's why I had everything calculated as far as the back testing goes in the hot sheet tool to only calculate from market open. But yeah, I mean, in some cases, that's a great point, JB. Certainly. Yeah, certainly. And in some cases, it would be advantageous to you to do pre-market. So that's a great point. So Russ, I want to go ahead and open things up here. So let me see if I can get the button to pop up so folks can join us and start trading. All right, so call to action here.
Yeah, it's important to mention you have a Discord associated with this as well, and you're doing some live trading, right, for a few weeks. That's it. I think
yes. So let me go over here to. Okay, so so we do have 100 spots, guys, and yeah, I am going to do, to Russell's point, I am going to do a training. And I do have a Discord to show you guys. So if you guys sign up, you're going to get into the Discord. It should pop up right on the thank you page. If you have any problems when you go through, placing your order, obviously, you just reach out to me, matt@mnpublishing.inc. matt@mnpublishinginc.net. But this is my email, guys, by the way. Okay, so if you guys have any problems when you go through your orders, I'll check and get you squared away before I go to bed tonight. But basically, yeah, so you're going to get access to the Discord, Russell. They'll all get access to it. And basically, these most of these channels are protected for members only. So like pre-market chatters, members only, TTG members chat, obviously, AI Anna trades. And then, of course, there's a public share your winners, try to get people who, whatever, find the Discord on their own and, aren't members to get them to become members. But basically, yeah, so there'll be a pre-market chatter in here. My goal is to make this into a community where everybody is so good at this that they start posting and sharing their own ideas in here. So it's not necessarily like super, like I don't want you guys to be dependent on Matt. You know what I mean? Like I want you guys to really, really understand and harness the power of this platform. Because really it's good enough to where you really don't need me. You really don't need me. I'm here. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to do a mastermind for you guys, a 4-week mastermind in January, date TBD. But I do have a mastermind I'm going to do for you guys. And it won't be like a set in stone, like daily chat or anything like that, where I share my screen and go live, but I'm going to do that. I just don't want it to be where like I'm in there every day, you guys relying on me, but I will be in there doing that for members. Okay. So I just don't want it to be like, oh, every day, Matt's going to be in there, but I will be in there from time to time. Okay. So guys, we do have a special Black Friday founding member rate. So it's 1 year for $9.97. It is going up to $14.97 here soon. After Black Friday or after we hit 100 members. So you guys, you can see the value, hopefully. Russell and I made it very clear as to what can happen here, how you can have a systematic approach to find high probability setups in the market based off of what is happening with not only price action, but analyst actions that drive price action, right? So it's the best investment you'll make in something that will give you actionable ideas with edge based on analyst actions. And in fact, I think we're the only platform that does that.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this before. It's truly unique and pretty amazing. So yeah.
Thanks, Russ. I really appreciate that. And guys, just so we're clear, this, Russ is doing, this is an affiliate, right? Russ is doing this as an affiliate. So I am going to, anybody that signs up, Russell will get a commission. So I just want to be transparent about that. And I'm actually going to post the link here in case that call to action button disappeared. There you guys go. I posted the link in the chat. So it's TradeTheGrade, and there's like a little referral suffix on there with Russell.
Yeah, thanks for that, Matt. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you, Russ. So this is limited to 100 people, or we're basically going to Black Friday. So again, you save 500, and to be honest with you guys, I do want to get this platform with the Discord and the training to 2,000 a year. So that's going to happen most likely sometime middle of next year, because I think it's all about your return on investment. And this should be something that, as it's helped me, should be able to be equally helpful for you, if not more. Okay. And I'm not really a day trader. I don't really day trade very often stocks. So anyways, so here is, I mostly do swing trades with stocks. So here is the Analyst Action Trading Mastermind. So it's going to be a 4-week live training program. So it's basically a $2,000, $3,000 value because I'm going to take for 4 weeks. I'm going, not every day, but once a week in the mornings. I'm going to basically show you my whole workflow. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to show you what's on the hot sheet. Show you what's on the double moves for the day. Come in right here and show you what's on the screen. And we'll go through the whole process of weeding them out and identifying 1, 2, maybe 3 trades for the day. And I'll take them right in front of you. Okay. So we'll go through the actions tab for the day. We'll go through the hot sheet. We'll use AI Anna, and we'll come up with some high probability setups, and I'll trade them right alongside you. So you guys can watch the whole process. And then we'll also sort of do like a systematic or like a classroom setting where you guys can, just kind of watch me go through things step by step. So it's not just, willy nilly trading the live, trading the market open based on what's on the screen that day. A little more systematic approach. So it'll be a little bit of both of live trading and then also sort of like a classroom setting. And then you guys will be able to keep the recordings for life too. So that's going to be, that date is to be determined, but it is set for January. Okay. So in the meantime, I'll be available with you guys in the Discord anyway. So it's not like you won't hear from me till January. But basically, guys, yeah, that's kind of how everything works. And if you sign up right now, you get the full year for $9.97. There is a 14-day money back guarantee. So obviously, I hope none of you want to use it for obvious reasons. But if you need to, it's only fair, I think, to offer that to you. The only stipulation is if you get a refund, you can't like join again later and get another refund, right? Because that's like, not okay, not fair to me, team. So, anyways, and Russell too. So, anyways, so that's kind of how we're doing things, guys. And so, wow, it's almost Thanksgiving, a week from tomorrow. It's pretty. Can't believe it's here already. But yeah. So, anybody else have any questions?
Looks like Sean is writing something here. So yeah, this is fantastic. I'm excited about this. I'm definitely going to be trading some of TradeTheGrade stuff. Sean says loving it so far. So yeah,
Nice.
Definitely try it out, Sean. I think you'll be surprised. Like I was pretty surprised at how good this is. Just looking at it over the last week since Matt gave me access to it, and analyst ratings was never something I really considered seriously because of the difficulty and amount of work. But Matt's really taken out the amount of work that's required to actually get actionable ideas, which is the key, the whole key to the whole thing, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Somebody's asking about we did promise to give away 2 free memberships, right, Russ? So
yeah,
I'll let you handle that, bud.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So how many are on the registration list? Give me a number between 1 and whatever it is, 50.
So we'll do let's see here. Let me look at I got a bunch of numbers over here. Let me pick one. Okay. 72.
So there's 72 people on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I pick a number and then you'll tell me what announce what the email is, this one kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right,
Sounds good.
Pick a number randomly. So I don't have access to the list, so I have no idea. All right. How about number 24 is the first winner?
Okay, hold on. Let me go over here real quick.
And then we'll do number 37, which was just asked in chat. So 37 is as good a guess as well. So 24 and 37 are the two that win.
Okay. So I'm pulling the emails. Okay. So all right. Sorry. First time doing a giveaway like this with Russell. Give
give stuff away.
All right. So I'm pulling the. Okay. So all right. Picking that number. Okay. So my screen is bright, man. Let me turn my screen down a bit. Okay. One second. Okay, so
do you have names and emails in the list?
Well, yeah, it's his first and last name. That's obviously his first and last name. John Schoonover.
Okay, cool. So
John Schoonover.
Hopefully they're actually on the call.
Yeah, it's a Gmail. So and then what did you say the other number was?
Number 37. Somebody in chat said number 37. So let's just go with that. Like, I don't have a better guess.
All right, number 37. Okay, so 37 is Quentin Bruderer at Yahoo.
Are either of you guys actually on the webinar? I'm always curious to see if people that are on the webinar actually win. Let us know in the chat if you're actually on the webinar and you're one of those 2 people. Because usually turns out that they don't attend the webinar.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we want to just, honor that, if they register, they got a chance. So, if you guys, we'll be reaching out to the winner, to the two winners there for the free. It's not full year membership either that they got either. It's just 6 months. But so, guys, if you guys want to hop in, we'd love to have you. And Russell, I think, is going to be doing some trades with me.
Yep, should be.
You've been studying the platform for the last week, so you should be a pretty avid analyst action expert almost now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's for sure. It's definitely taking the work out of trying to figure out what analyst actions actually work or not, which is good. So yeah, good. So,
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, so healthcare is where it's at. Look for healthcare upgrades in the AM, man.
So the final question here, we've been already over an hour and 10 minutes here. So JB is asking, can you use for pre-market? Yes, you can. You can enter pre-market, but I'll let Matt kind of elaborate a little bit more on the advantages and disadvantages of pre-market versus market open.
So it depends on, like, if you're doing Eli Lilly and pre-market. I haven't looked at Eli Lilly pre-market in a while, but the liquidity shouldn't be too bad. Now, if you want to do a stock like this one here, this NUVB, it's a $5 stock, right? So you got to be real careful. Obviously you can only use a limit order pre-market, guys. So you can't get hurt too bad. But just be careful, right? So because a lot of times with pre-market, it can be a big difference with a stock like this, a $5 stock, compared to Eli Lilly, as to how it actually trades right at the open. So another thing too, what you could do, JB, is you could start your position pre-market. So let's say you want to use $5,000 in the trade. Well, you could do 2,500 worth pre-market at 920 whatever, and then finish entering your long position right at the bell, or 935, whenever it is that you want to finish building that position. So it gives you a little bit of dry powder in case there's a dip at the open too, or if you're shorting a pop at the open. I found, in general rule of thumb too with trading, is that when you average into a position, it tends to make you a little bit more patient anyways, and you keeps your emotions in check when you average in. So that's a way to sort of do a hybrid where you're entering in pre-market, but you're also doing half the other side of your position after the bell.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? Like let's see, can you use pre-market? I didn't hear in a day trader with edge in pre-market. I'm only. Okay, thank you. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, sounds good. Anybody else have any questions or anything to add to the discussion before we go for the night? Because that was quite the presentation, Matt. You've been going for an hour and 10 or 15 minutes almost. So,
have I really?
Yeah, it's you start 5 minutes early, and you it's almost 8:45 here.
Wow, dude. So. Okay. Wow. It doesn't even feel like that long. I was looking at the clock thinking like it hasn't even been an hour yet, but it's actually been over an hour because we started.
Yeah, nearly an hour and 30 minutes. So, yeah. So good.
I could go on and on, man, talking about TradeTheGrade.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Phil.
It was a good presentation. So yeah, I agree. It was a good presentation, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you, Russell. Okay, guys, well, we'll go ahead and wrap. I don't know. Hopefully, everybody got a chance to see that button with the link to the page to sign up. We'll be posting the replay. Russell's going to post it on his YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put it up on a separate page for him. So I'll try to get as many eyeballs as we can on this before Black Friday to get you guys the best price you can get, and make some money before Black Friday. Why wait, right? So Thanksgiving week is usually one of the best weeks to trade. And now with Nvidia earnings being pretty good tonight, the market should probably bounce into Thanksgiving. So it'd be a good opportunity to look at some double moves.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're watching the replay of this, the link will still be live until what day do you want to run it to, Matt? Is like
Yeah,
should we?
so probably like so Black Friday is a week from Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we'll probably, you know, won't do like a hard deadline on Black Friday. But maybe by the end of that weekend, like so like a week from Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, Matt. That was really informative, and I'm really enjoying the platform. So I'm excited to go forward, and I hope a few people join the Discord and come and join us, because this is definitely a unique way of trading. It's definitely a unique way of trading, and it really does feel like it has an edge over most like typical technical, analysis or whatnot. Combining it with technicals might be an interesting idea too, but just the idea is unique enough that it's probably going to have an edge compared to most people, right? Like it's
Right
going to
on,
be.
man.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
Russell. Hey, I'll let you go, man. I know I can go on and on, so I could go for another hour talking about this. So we'll let you guys go. And Russ, thanks again, everyone. Phil, Rich, Sean, Peter, Joe, Jeff, JB, Doug, Babar, Alexandru, and anyone else that I missed. Appreciate you guys being on here tonight, guys. So hope to see you on board, and you guys can check out the replay later once we get it posted.
Sounds good. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Have a
Russ.
good night, guys.
Yeah, bye.